The reason things coming to an end because they tried to block a spiritual healer by deserting you, abandoning you, leaving you out on the cold, creating blockages in your life intentionally, and you overcame all of these things that they trying to fabricate, and you came back into alignment. When they deserted you, you came to terms with it and you figured out how to be in solitude and still be successful. When they didn't give you the emotional reassurance that you needed, you accepted it for what it is and you found the love that you needed from within yourself. And when they tried to block your finances, you overcame the money mindset that you had, you know. If you felt in a state perpetual lack because of this situation, because the situation was fabricated, a group of community of safe, a group of people who set you up like in a fraud marriage and all these things and dirty testimony and all these things, they thought they won, they thought that they won something. All of these, you became satisfied with what you have, you know, like you give thanks God, you give thanks to God for what you have, you know, at least you opened your eyes and He activated you. I thank the Most High God for everything that I have. So what I have or what I need for my spiritual journey, and you have the things that you have things left, and that's why God stepped in. You know, at least you still have your soul, you still have your dignity, you still have your integrity. Speaking truth is not evil. Speaking truth is alignment to free yourself to know who you fuck with and who you don't fuck with. Well, and you got you got all the money that you needed and plus more than you ever made your entire life. You know, because of the money mindset that you shift. You know, getting more blessing. There's no reconciliation with somebody who's all this plan is thefting. You know, things that people that did to you. You have so many blessings on the way to you because of these people mess up, because they messed up so bad, and because you come back into spiritual alignment, you're tapping into the underworld now. You're exposing this underworld empire that was trying to block you, removing these people menace. You know, the mask being ripped off, they're being dethroned. The castle is in reverse. They're gonna be dethroned and they're gonna be unmasked because of how they tried to block you, stop you, hide you, sabotage you, sacrifice you. Overcoming isolation. You're alone and you're fine with it. You know, those who are bothered about your isolation and boundaries, those are the negative ones. Those are the negative parasites. You know, because of the wisdom that you are exposing, and the ancient knowledge that you have access to. They feel like you because of your heart, homie. The manifestation capability, the unconditional love that you give to yourself and to others. This is why you're winning. And they don't think this is funny. You know, I don't think what's funny what you've done to us. It's not funny anymore. But the power of your heart that they try to block. They thought they can block your heart and manifestation power by blocking your lower chakras. You're not toxic to you know, like you're not toxic. You don't operate from the lower, you know, like you know, don't spell work. Their toxicity. Nothing affected your heart. Your heart is still in the upright and it's still open. You're still capable of manifesting. They never thought that you would heal from the toxicity that they provided for you. So, you know, people, if people need water to drink, you were getting venom your whole life. You know, and you survived. You know, none of those that came against you can survive 2 steps. 2 steps, they can't survive 2 steps. 2 minutes, they can't survive what they dished on you. None of them. It's because of who you are. You know, your ability to alchemize venom and turn it to antibiotics is amazing. You know, you know, somebody who think himself a king of a castle trying to stop a star, you know, leader, like you don't care, yeah, leader الحربية ولا أخي. You're already elevated to consciousness, and your soul has been sent back here for a reason. This is why you don't mind being isolated. You don't feel deserted alone. You don't care. You don't give a fuck. Because you pass that. You don't want to be nobody's leader. Fuck that. You want to lead yourself. You know. You know how important feeling comfortable in isolation. You don't feel deserted. You are not constantly reaching for something outside of yourself to make you happy. You know that self-love and happiness and the alignment, the truth, the connection with God is the most important thing to you. You don't need to connect with other people because you have a connection with the Most High God. They don't think this is funny how you're able to alchemize the venom that they are feeding you. The venom, the spell work, they don't think it's funny. ازاي كيف? They don't think ازاي كيف? They, instead of growing and feeling happy with themselves, they dodged, and they felt more satisfaction in causing suffering and venomous and trying to put you on poverty and sabotage you. They found fun in that, you know. They're about to blow. They don't know how to heal themselves, nor the situation. No, because they are wounded. Like they don't have the capability to alchemize any shit. You know. If somebody was abused while he was a child, or while she was a child abused, they don't know how to heal. Their and release the pressure by abusing somebody else. Look what they've done to us. We never went around abusing nobody or doing any shit to nobody. It's choice. The reason they feel pressure because their heart is wounded and there's no deeper connection that's creating pressure in the inside. I'm miserable, so you should be miserable too. Fuck that logic on me. Fuck that logic, شو اللوجيك It brings them to some sort of sadistic joy to make other. They made a choice. Like, I see what's going on. I see everybody watching and laughing at my misfortune. I'm gonna erase all of you. You don't belong in my life. They don't have a way to get back in your energy because you deleted everyone who came as the image to support you, but they were there to exploit you. Okay. If you're just gonna laugh at my misfortune, I'm gonna stop telling you what's going on in my life, and I'm gonna stop you and delete you from laughing at the misfortune, and I'm gonna stop sharing my misfortune with you. I see you think it's funny, and it bring you some sadistic, psychopathic sense of joy and satisfaction that I'm failing in life. So I'll just do it by myself. Nobody is allowed to know what's going on in my life anymore. Because it was all about part of the process. Testing your limits, waiting. They're waiting for something for you to self-delete it. It's only a matter of time. They're doing this for a long time, pushing boundaries, testing limits, seeing how far they can push your mental state to where they can institutionalize you, put you in prison, they want you to break the law, have psychotic breakthrough, and they want you to self-delete. This is all about part of the MK Ultra process. Tried, tested, and true, it's been successful on other people. It doesn't work on you chosen one. You were supposed to gaslight of yourself, like you're not experiencing what you're experiencing. They trusted in this process, this demonic process, because it worked on a lot of people on a lot of people in the past. They're testing the limits of examining how you react under pressure, testing the limit of what you can handle, or how you react under pressure, and taking notes as if they can. We're gonna test them how they react under the pressure of it. Taking notes and giggling. It's fun. It's fun. We're taking notes. Sadistic science and experiment on your mind. Like, we're gonna laugh a lot on you. We exceeded everybody's expectation. You broke on the mold. And you are still your authentic self. Your dignity معك, your soul معك, your honor معك, كل حاجة فيك بتتحسن. This is how you broke on the mold. You became the truth and authentic self. And the real story, all these people has been pretending, oh yeah, everything is fine. They can only pretend that everything is fine. Hello. All these people wear masks. Yes. All these people wear masks. بس تشمتوا للماسك. when you snatch their mask in front of the world. بتلاقيه on his knees, خبى راسه بالرمل. حبيبي علي راسك من الرمل علي. In order to put your head in the sand, you must bow on your knees. الجماعة معودين to put their head in the rest. You don't. You stand 10 toes, and your light shine, and you tell them, "Who's this, motherfuckers?" You want war? Slaying demon is so fun to me.